Alexa, what is the time and date?
It's Tuesday, May 5th, 2020 at 7:19 p.m.
My name is Kristian Naugle. This is a guitar practice video I'm going to be doing. I did some other guitar practice earlier today, which was just audio only. I wanted to use my Kramer Striker Custom. It's an FR-424-CM. I got it back in December of 2009. First guitar I've ever owned with a Floyd Rose double locking tremolo. It's actually a licensed Floyd Rose double locker. I believe made by Kramer. I had the pickups replaced. I had DiMarzio Evolution humbuckers, both neck and bridge, put in there. It's got a single coil in the middle, which I don't use. Actually, it's like a double stack. It looks like a little mini humbucker with rails. Actually, the humbuckers that were in it were quad rail. Heavy things too. It's got an older body, flame maple top wood, cherry sunburst finish, maple neck, maple fretboard, black hardware. I liked it until the summer of 2019 when I seen that Jackson Pro Series Soloist SL2Q MAH in the beautiful Caribbean blue fade, which I'm looking at right now. Black nickel hardware. I had DiMarzio Evolution humbuckers, neck and bridge put in there because I like those pickups. It's got a mahogany body with a quilted maple top and a blue fade. Maple neck. It's got ebony fretboard, which ebony is a good wood, but it's, well, depends on what kind of light you're throwing on it. Anyway, so I'm gonna see if I can do that music again like I was doing earlier today. I was in a really good mood earlier today. Just, a person that I've recently got back in communication with, who I went to school with back in the early 1990s. She's a friend of mine. She's very lovely. Always exhibited a great personality. Even still to this day. We had a phone conversation on May 4th, 2020. Really good. 2 hours. I mean, I cherish every moment spent in that phone conversation with her. It was so great to talk to her again and hear her voice. I've always admired her. I mean, she's always been the type of person that should be losing my composure. I'm in a new chapter of my life. Right now, started up in the summer of 2019, especially in the fall of 2019. A lot of personal character development, a lot of personal growth for myself in 2019 and continuing on in 2020. Learning new things about myself I never knew, even about myself. So last year I was 39, right now I'm 40. Just new perspectives on life. Things about me that have been dormant for decades have been brought to the surface, and coinciding with getting back in communication with this female friend of mine that I've admired for nearly 30 years. Her and I lost communication back in the spring of 1995 whenever we changed schools. We've always held each other in high regard, always been impressed with each other's character. I've learned even more about that, and this person is so amazing. I mean, it just, why I get so emotional is because she's remained. Her good characters remained intact since the early 1990s. Her warm, compassionate, intuitive, wise, and friendly personality has remained intact from the 1990s, the early 1990s when I first met her. She's still that way today, even though this world is cold and crappy at times. What I've been through in my life. There's the way the world should be, or the way things are supposed to be, and then there are the way things actually really are. They're not always the same. And much of my life felt like it was in that turbulence zone between how things should be and then how things actually are. I mean, me and this person, we were taught from a young age the way the world is supposed to be, the way people are supposed to be, the way people are supposed to act, the way people are supposed to be treated, the way things should be done, what kind of decisions people should make, you know, and it's been a lot of stress on me dealing with just people that just don't want to put in the effort to be the bigger and better person in life. She's had that, very much that same dilemma all her life. Especially her adult life, and me as well. We're about the same age. I'm just 1 year older than her. So I'm 40, she's 39. And this phone conversation with her was just so amazing. She's always been, and still continues to this day, to be a wonderful, a wonderful person who I respect and admire. It hurts so much that there are so many people in this world that don't do their part to be the way they should in order to affect positive change in this world. There are so many people just rotting away the quality of other people's lives, and their own as well, because of the choices they make and what they don't understand and what they never want to learn because of that. And but she's not one of those people. She's just one of those people like me that is stuck in this world dealing with it. And we are both influenced by a teacher who's very special to us, who my sister replaced whenever this teacher had retired, because he was kind of an older guy even back when we had him as a teacher in the early 1990s. You know, the dude's in his 70s now. You know, we were, me and this one girl that's really special to me, a special friend. Now she's a woman now, because, well, she's 39 and I'm 40. But we both had this teacher in class in 1991 and 1992, and he left a very very positive and lasting impression on us about how people should be in order to have that inner peace and happiness in life. His teacher was great. Everybody liked him. Everybody respected him. He really put in the effort to be a great mentor. And he's one of the people that put some momentum and trajectory into me in terms of what he taught me and a lot of us about life. We had all kind of fun. Turtle races. We had, where we made lanes, and we had, it was kind of like a horse race for the Derby. That would have been back in the spring of 1992, was it? And I think we donated canned goods. We bet, instead of money, because we were kids, we bet canned goods. And we bet canned goods on turtles. And there's 5 turtles. Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello. Why would we not name these turtles by those names? After all, this was the early 1990s and the Ninja Turtles were at the height of their popularity. And the Ninja Turtles movies are still being made. You know, the 3rd one had not yet came out yet in theaters at that time. And Secret of the Ooze was the newest one. They had just recently come out. We can find out. Alexa, when did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze release?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze is a 1991 American martial arts superhero comedy film directed by Michael Pressman, based on the fictional superhero team the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and starring Paige Turco and David Warner with the voices of Brian Tochi, Robbie Rist, Adam Carl, Lori Fosso. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Thanks for your feedback.
Well, anyway, and then the 5th turtle was Myrtle. Myrtle the turtle. It was a dumb name. Somebody did it because it rhymed. Somebody named that turtle by that name, and I bet on Myrtle the turtle, and I won. But anyway, we used to have fish tanks there with like crawdads and other kind of fish in there, and it was really neat. Man, that teacher was really good. I miss his class. That was a great time in history. That was it in New Middletown Elementary School, which is, no, that actually, now it's called New Middletown Elementary. Back then it was called New Middletown Grade School. Built in 1935 originally. It was kindergarten through 8th grade school. And we were in 5th grade in 1991 and 1992. And me and this woman who's a very special friend of mine, because she reminds me of myself in many ways. And she's important to me because you know, when you have one of those people who you feel like they're part of your team in life, that's how she is to me. Like, we got this mutual personal endeavor to try to figure out life and to try to do our part to make the best of it in this world we live in. As much as what's in our power to do. she's got a great sense of humor, so do I. Just her humor, she's intuitive, she's smart. I mean, and direct. Oh, I love it. Love how direct she is in communication. That's the thing that it's rare for anybody to be that brave, that just, well, anyway. So, that's what's been going on. Having a great conversation with her. I heard Rec Bar is going to open back up soon because the curve, I guess, is flattening for COVID-19. It's still around. It's still killing people, unfortunately. But now, as COVID-19 starts to decline in America, now the murder hornets, the Asian hornets, are over here, and that's really bad because they kill bees, and bees pollinate flowers, plants, crops, and these hornets are very counterproductive, and we don't need them. And so that's another thing to worry about. But Rec Bar is going to be opening back up, and it's on my way home from work. And this female friend of mine, who's a person that I admire and respect and actually look up to, I mean, I think of her like an equal to me in so many ways. But that's not entirely accurate, because actually, in many ways, I actually look up to her. She has a lot of qualities that everybody can learn from. Let's put it that way. If more people were like her, society would be a happier place. There would be less problems as well. But she's kind of the exception. She's not the rule, unfortunately. But that's what makes her so unique. I mean, that's what makes her so valuable as a person, is just having that heart of gold, and having a brain that is so capable. And, I'm glad that I got her as a friend, And hopefully we hang out at Rec Bar, and then my son wants to have his, birthday at Rec Bar, but his birthday is about 5 days from now, and I don't think Rec Bar is going to open up before then. My daughter has a better chance of having her birthday. It's in July. Her birthday at Rec Bar. But who knows? We see what we can do. Maybe we can, if Rec Bar opens up soon enough. It's an arcade restaurant, in case you're not familiar with it. In case they open up before too long, maybe we could see about having my son's birthday there. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to get to doing some guitar practice, and see what I'm feeling has an effect on me. In terms of that, I might end up playing both guitars tonight. I'm going to try that Kramer, because today I played it earlier, but it had been a long time since I really played it a lot. Both guitars have different wood in them, but they should still sound like they have a lot of similarity because they got the exact same pickups in both of them. Here's the Kramer Striker Custom, model FR-424-CM. Of course, in case this is your first time watching my videos, my name is Kristian Naugle. That's Christian spelled with a K, last name Naugle. Okay, so older body on this one, and then it's got a flame maple top wood, and then let's see if we can get a better look. Alexa, set the window to cool white. Yeah, a little bit. And it's got a maple neck, maple fretboard. The neck is a little bit thicker than my Jackson. It's also very glossy too. You see it on like cheaper guitars. It's not as fast of a neck. I got DiMarzio Evolution humbuckers, both neck and bridge. Alexa, set the window to blue. And DiMarzio Evolution neck and bridge, DP158, DP159. Floyd Rose double locking tremolo. So I'm going to see how this is. Hughes & Kettner Tubemeister 18 guitar amplifier. And the Hughes & Kettner TM112 speaker cabinet. I got the Zoom G1X4 multi-effects pedal for digital delay and chorus. I'm going to start up here on the clean channel. In case you're wondering where my Hawaiian shirts are, that's my lowest tier of dressing. Yeah, I mean, I like Hawaiian shirts. That's my low tier of dress. Middle tier is polo shirts, which used to be top tier for me when I was kind of dressing up. I got dress shirts and neckties, which I like to wear during the coronavirus apocalypse and the whole lockdown. I've been trying to do some walking outside on the sidewalk. Sometimes by myself, sometimes standing 8 feet away. Well, actually 8 to 10, sometimes further. Feet away from a friend of mine, my neighbor, who is actually in my YouTube video of Adventures in Customer Service. He goes in and gets kicked out of the computer shop for misbehavior. I'm trying to do some walking with him, get some exercise, but I've outgrown those dress shirts after about 2 months. They're tighter on me now, so they're not as much of an option. But my polo shirts, which I'm wearing one right now, my polo shirt still fits just fine. So, yeah, I've been trying those. I mean, I still got some colorful stuff. I mean, I got these charcoal pants, and these colors really pop with it. I got my suit jacket on so I don't look as fat. Oh, man, sometimes I love just, I want to just roast and diss on somebody, but there's nobody around, or, you really shouldn't be unnecessarily rude to others, so I just criticize myself and have fun with it, I mean, it's fun, People don't always mean what they say. They don't always say what they mean either. Let's get back to this guitar practice. Go ahead and put this on the lead channel. Still using the DiMarzio Evolution neck humbucker. So I'm playing out my moods. I got a lot on my mind. There's a lot of stuff I'm trying to figure out. I'm just I can't really hide it, but there's a person, and the meaning of my life, and the context in which I have my friends. I'm just trying to understand myself. Yeah, trying to understand myself. And to be honest, I mean, just that person I mentioned earlier is on my mind. How can I get them off my mind? They are such a great quality of personal character in a world that desperately needs them, because other people are not doing their part to be the way a person should be. So this person, I'm sorry, but they just stand out very vividly, beautifully colored, in contrast to the dingy background of other people in society. I'm just sorry, but that's how it is. I mean, as you see by my lights, my smart lights and stuff, it just light and colors and meaning of them, and observing how colors affect other things and moods and perceptions of things is very important to me. I use physics analogies and physics metaphors to describe phenomenon, because you can see chemical reactions. You can see that blue light can fluoresce other colors, like my shirt. You see it's kind of popping a little bit when I have the blue light of that amplifier on it. There's so much to learn, so many things to understand, so much detail, so much to take in. I mean, that's just sometimes I don't even feel like I'm a person. Sometimes I just feel like I'm the observer. Like a camera, like what you're watching me through, or because of. It just, it's been a while since I lost my composure while playing music. Seeing the blue glow of this amplifier and this light on the back of this fretboard, seeing the pink from these lights on the neck, seeing a little bit of shiny blue, or blue reflecting off the strings of this guitar. It's just triggering memories, like a release of memories. And to be honest, I can't hide it. I'm thinking about her. A person in my life who has consistently been warm and humane and intelligent and wise, that has a sense of duty to do the right thing and to make good choices and to be helpful. I know I'm being kind of vague. I'm intentionally not mentioning scenarios or actual things that happen because, well, this person told me a lot of things, and you know, um, that's their decision if they want to tell a lot more people. But I really respect and admire this person. And her and I lost contact with each other 25 years ago. Back on March 27th, got back in communication. And I think very highly of her. She's a very respectable person. If there were a lot more people in this world that were like her, then it wouldn't be so tough for me. I don't think. Okay, so if there were more people in this world like her, and if the majority of people in this world were like her, I don't think that I would have had. I don't think I would have got the opportunity to see how cold and cruel the society can be. You know, there would not have been as much dysfunction in society, and but she just stands out so brightly colored, so vivid and colorful against a gloomy color scheme of a background. That's a metaphor for the environment around her and the people that infest society with their bad decisions. And so it's like I'm taking my feelings and putting them through this fretboard to be heard through the guitar and this amplifier. But I have such limited knowledge about how to play the guitar. And I'm just, well, if you listen to me, I keep just focusing and just keep having such a positive perception of her, because she's never done anything bad. Not to me, or really anybody else I know of. She, for 30 years, has never given me any bad experiences. I have no other choice but to think positively and highly of her, because she's never done anything bad to me, like ever. And just, that's why I admire her so much. Being in school with her in the early 1990s, coming back into communication with her now, being friends with her, she's never done anything wrong to me. She always tries to be as good of a person as a person should be. And that's why she's special. And it was so awesome yesterday hearing her voice. Such a beautifully, wonderful, soft voice. And unique. And sometimes, and I've told her this too, sometimes her voice has the tonal characteristics, beautiful sound of its normal feminine type, but sometimes it just has these beautiful sounding tones of like a clarinet mixed with a saxophone. If you can imagine a clarinet blended with a saxophone, clarinet blended together with a saxophone, but in the form of a female voice, a soft, warm female voice, and that's her. I just cannot think of her negatively. She's never done anything to cause that. That's why she just, I can't stop thinking about her. I'm in uncharted territory, and I've been hiding, within a shell that I project out, where I just pretend to be about my hobbies, where I just try to just disguise myself as somebody that just, my hobbies, my interests, that's just the surface. That's just stuff around me, and video games, that's not my life, that's not who I am. Playing guitar is not even who I am. It's a little bit deeper than video games. And it's why I get into these things, that help to understand me. But my true feelings have partly been a mystery to me because I hide and suppress them. Because we live in a world, a society, in which people and their comprehension levels and their emotional intelligence, like their intelligence of emotions, or their emotional application of their intelligence. It's kind of like a type of intelligence, but it's emotional. How well they deal with their feelings and that sort of thing. I tell you, there are a lot of crappy people in this world. A lot of they have no structural integrity to their personality. And these people have just permeated society to the point in which I feel like I'm an alien from another world. I just cannot relate with these people. Their life choices are so terrible. They put in as little effort as possible into themselves and their personal development. And I just can't relate with them. And, my whole life has been would have, should have, and could have. Everybody tell me, if I would have done this, things would have been more desirable. Or if I would have, or they said, well, Naugle, you could have done this in that situation. Well, Naugle, you should have done that. You know, I'm like, whatever. And it's just, my whole life has been that. And I've just been hiding within a shell of myself. Found out a friend of mine, another, like, this dude that I've known for 10 years, he's been like that too. I found that out last fall. And then I started finding out that people are like a world within. There's so much to learn even about people and character depth and why their personalities develop the way they are, because we all have the same human nature within us that comes as a consequence of being the same species. I mean, we all have to eat food, but do I really have to eat Cadbury cream eggs for my survival? And the answer to that is no, but I've developed through my life to really, really love or really enjoy Cadbury cream eggs. Cadbury chocolate, even in America, which it's not as good as the British chocolate, but even in America, the Cadbury cream eggs are still what I like. You know, understanding more about myself based on the choices I make and the things I'm interested in, and just knowing that there's always more out there to learn in order to enable a person to be more capable of getting the results they want to have and enjoy, and also avoiding the loss of that. And because I put so much more meticulous effort than a lot of other people, I really stand out, kind of like a sore thumb, and people just, you know, I mean, I view myself as if I'm just barely keeping my head above water, because I see that there's so much more out there to learn and explore, and I feel like I'm barely keeping my head above water. But while I'm busy looking at the road ahead and chasing reality and trying to match levels with reality in terms of like being able to handle things that reality can throw at a person, while I'm looking at the road ahead and see how much more journey there is to be traveled on this, people only really see how far distant I am from them. I guess how much of the road I've already traveled, and then they really look up to me. And I guess they feel so hopeless and helpless that they just want me to do things for them and be some kind of intervention. But I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. I am not the best person in this world. There are lots of people that inspire me, and there are a lot of people I look up to. There's a lot of people I look down upon as well. But unfortunately, they put themselves in that situation, the people who I look down upon. And I try to give people a clue. I try to radiate my knowledge and do that to show them what's possible. I try to radiate that knowledge and put out these examples of what things could be like. I try to radiate that out like a heater that then convects the air in the room. This physics analogies again. Like a heater radiates the heat out, and then it eventually convects through the room and heats up the whole room. Thermal energy metaphor. But people just see me as a source, so they don't understand that they too can become as knowledgeable and capable as they see me of being. but they also don't want to put forth the effort. They don't have the attention span, and that's a problem with the human species, is they mistake their attention span for their brain's capacity. Their attention span is very narrow and limited, and therefore they think their brain is that way too. They mistake their attention span for brain capacity, and it's no surprise that they cannot get anything out of their brain because they don't put anything in there. They don't want to. They just want to stumble around in life and just go find, hope that they're lucky enough to go find somebody else to intervene to save them from their own helplessness. And I remember the times when I wanted people to do things for me too, but they really just want to teach me how to do things and expect me to do it for myself. And I guess that's why I have the attitude that I have and see the world the way I do, because of how people have shaped it for me. And, I know I'm just a human. I'm just a person that was born here on planet Earth, here in Harrison County, Indiana, in the United States. Back in 1980, I'm just some dude. I'm not anybody special. And anyway, that's the reality of it. But just when I try to convey the way I feel, because there's a difference between my endeavors and efforts and my standards of things, there's that difference, and then there's just how other people are. Like I talked about, there's this turbulence zone between how things should be and how things actually are. And that turbulence zone is what I feel like my life exists within. I don't feel like I get to enjoy life as a person. I'm so busy just, being that link in the chain that holds things together, or is expected to. And a lot of times I don't think of myself as a person. It's painfully uncomfortable and overwhelming for me to think of myself as a human. It's painfully overwhelming and uncomfortable for me to think of myself as a human and having humanity. I don't think I have rights. I don't think I have any right to dignity or respect. I just try to do what I can to keep life from getting worse. I just try to hang in there. That's how I see myself. You got these people that don't want to put forth any effort to improve themselves, and they argue that they got the right to do this, or they're entitled to that, or whatever, and then they'll use squeaky wheel gets the grease techniques and just exploit the situation to try to get favorable results, and it's just so annoying. Oh my gosh, these people are just the cockroaches that just... These people are like just a disease. And they don't have to be that way, but they're so shallow and just such a very crude, undeveloped understanding of the way things should be. And I feel so alienated because I don't fit in with these people. And it's because of my personality type, and that's what's this mystery that I'm trying to solve. Like, who am I? Why am I this way? Why people know that they can ride my back and get results for me to improve, and they see things in me. They see some kind of signature psychological characteristic. That's why I say I'm like some kind of alien. I know I'm not an alien from another planet. I mean, that's not I don't think it's possible. But that's just an expression of how I feel. And why I don't resist the learning process. Why I submit, and why I cooperate, with these demands for, people, or these demands that people have for me to improve myself. Why I don't resist, like a bunch of other people, is a couple of reasons. One is because I'm eccentric. I have a eccentric personality. I've learned that about a decade ago. In 2009, 2010. And I learned a lot about myself then, but there's still a lot of stuff I didn't know. There was still a lot more to learn. But I have intense curiosity. My brain, my mind is so hungry for information. And I have to process it. I have to be, because I don't like conflict. I don't like suffering. There's a lot of stuff I don't like. And I've learned that whenever I make the effort to learn things and learn lessons and improve, it results in me being more powerful, more capable, and not as subjected to disappointment or failure. So I'm just curious for information. I love to learn things. I treat my brain as if the capacity limit. So I treat my brain. Here's the way I think. Here's the way the perspective on it. I put information in my brain until I reach a capacity limit and get full. Well, it doesn't get full. So I put more information in my brain until it gets full, but it does not get full, so I put more information in. I just find that I grow and expand. There's such a vast amount of things to know and learn. Now you can't recall all of it at one time. I mean, it's just a struggle, but you can still put information in. And then I found that just as there's such thing as muscle memory, there's also a kind of retention. Like, I've noticed that when I just consume information, it's like it automatically affects my behaviors, and I am so empowered and become so much more capable almost unknowingly. I mean, it's, you don't have to, you don't always have to voluntarily put in the effort. So I feed my brain with information, and it has some kind of, to some extent, an automatic effect. Now, there's still a lot of effort, still a lot of work to be done to improve a person. But anyway, but I've found that not everybody does what I do. Not everybody has the perspectives on life, or how to be, or understand human nature, human character, or understand themselves to the extent that I do. I mean, we are really like actors on a stage who have not memorized a script, or some of us haven't even got the script. We're all in these costumes and these props, and I guess we have to just figure out what this play is supposed to be about while we're on stage. We're all just kind of put here. It's almost like we got some kind of amnesia, or we just never got the script. That's another analogy. Just so much I can articulate and explain about things. So I've been hiding like my whole life within a shell that I project out, because human interactions are very conditional, and they're very much like a minefield. And you have to, I guess, kind of learn how to navigate through it. And in this metaphorical minefield of human interactions, I stepped on a landmine, figuratively, in the summer of 2011, and it was almost the end of me. I have to be so calculative. I have to be so calculative and careful and meticulously thorough. If I don't, then reality smacks me in the face. That's another reason why I don't resist the learning process. I really try to learn more and improve, because if I don't, I got circumstances and reality just punching me in the face like a punching bag. And just, so there's, there's the factors, there's a lot more to know about it. But, so as I, in 2019, became confronted with the fact that I am a human, and I have feelings and emotions and thoughts and all this stuff, I've tried to hide away, just so people would not have a reason to overreact and cause drama. I became confronted with the fact that I'm human. It's really interesting how I've adapted to deal with my life. Somebody could tell me somebody can flip me the middle finger, and it does not have as much of an effect on me. Sometimes it's funny, my boss flipped me the finger one time because he's envious that I had 3 days off in a row, and I'm thinking, well, whose fault is that? You control the schedule. He was just envious. He was just being playful, and I laughed hysterically. Because I caught the meaning. He doesn't hate me or anything like that. He's just expressing how much envy he has. And I'm thinking, dude, it's your own fault. You are the manager. You control my schedule. If I'm off 3 days in a row, it was your fault. But on the other hand, just the mere thought of anybody, especially a female, demonstrating any compassion, just the mere thought of any female valuing me and respecting my humanity, whenever it occurs to me, whenever it really hits my understanding, it just agitates a certain nerve. It triggers a release of understanding that I wasted so much of my life away. Wasted so much of my life away without compassionate. And it reminds me just undeniably that I wasted so much of my life away without compassion and love, without ever feeling without ever feeling like I'm a human. It's been going on for more than 20 years. And now that I've learned so much about how to connect with people personally and understanding so much more things about people and their personal character that I learned in 2019 whenever my boss, a different boss, ripped me a new one, just really laid into me with a lot of criticism. He said that I was unable to sell the right Wi-Fi solution to these one. We had some customers that were really belligerent and rude and just uncooperative with allowing me to even help them. My boss laid into me with a bunch of criticism. He said it was my fault. He said that that happened because I failed to personally connect with people. And believe it or not, he's actually right. Even though he raised his voice and yelled at me, he's still right. That was a very valuable missing puzzle piece in my life. It's actually a good thing that he said that. He knew what he had to do. He had to get through to me. He knew something that I didn't know. It's a deep personal struggle that I have. And then when I started reevaluating my life in late 2019, early 2020, I feel like I'm, and this is just a metaphor, like an analogy to help understand the way I feel, to articulate the way I think and feel. But I feel like I'm an alien from another world who was vacationing here on planet Earth and got stuck here, got marooned here with no way to get back to my home planet. And then I'm stuck here dealing with the antics of the natives, the humans, because they're just, so many of them are like bumbling idiots. But there's a lot of just, but are they that way in the absolute sense? I mean, they have the potential to be better. They just don't tap into it and develop any further. But then there's a lot of good people out there that inspire me. And, but what I've been missing in my life is that significant other, a person. The person who makes me feel like I'm truly not alone in this world. Somebody who I relate with very deeply at a personal level. Somebody who I feel is like one and the same with me. As if we're from the same home planet. From the same planet in outer space. And we both got stuck here on Earth. And we both cannot get back home. And we both have to be together in order to feel like we're at home. Because we're so different from the people around us. And I think I found her. This all goes back to that friend of mine. Her personal qualities, her personal character, her behaviors, her mannerisms, the way she looks at life, who she is causing me is causing me to interpret her as that special someone for me. I have not found anybody else who I so deeply admire and personally relate with as her. And it's so painful that she's been right underneath my nose this whole time for 30 years. Maybe there's somebody else that's an even better match. But I'm 40 years old and I have not found that person. Not yet. Not anybody who's a better match than this one female friend of mine. She's a very valuable friend. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:30 p.m.
Alexa, what's the time and date?
It's Tuesday, May 5th, 2020 at 8:30 p.m.
I gotta get some more guitar practice done. I gotta just... We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe I can kind of distract myself by thinking about something else. Oh, excuse me. I'm still trying to find all the notes in this scale. I think it's A major. I could be wrong. I need to go look it up in a scale book. Just trying to find all the notes. I probably need to map it all out. Just draw a diagram and find out. Keep in mind, I've only been back into the guitar since June 21st of 2019, so it is almost 11 months now. And I'm in song development mode. I am not a jukebox. I am not a person to do song requests. And if you expect me to be that way, I'm sorry. Maybe you should go find one of your favorite bands and give them your attention. Or maybe you should go play those songs yourself. I'm sorry, but I'm just a different person, okay? for me again. I'm trying to hang on. I'm trying to keep focused on making this music though. So you notice the context in which I use these pickups. The DiMarzio Evolution neck humbucker, the DP-158, I use for much more softer, more smoothly romantic, so warm focused, and also kind of mysterious. Now I use the DiMarzio Evolution bridge humbucker for the more aggressive, the more potently bold exploration of mystery, trying to really get in there and trying to really pursue and understand something. Just the way they sound, it affects my moods. Therefore, I focus it out through the fretboard, to be heard. And since these pickups, each of them sounds kind of different, it's when I really get more bold and more, I hate to say aggressive in something, but then I'll kick in the lead boost because I don't have like a true high gain amplifier. And then it affects my playing, but we'll go back into this. there's a lot of noise and feedback with this, but it is what it is. playing around with this. I'm trying to find the right notes that articulate the feeling and the sentiment that I got. So that's what I'm doing. That's such a beautiful, beautiful sound like that. It reminds me of like, kind of like, some kind of shooting star across the sky. A symbol of hope. Who knows? The B notes are very important. B. There's one in here somewhere. There it is. There's another one. B notes are very important for ending on. I mean, it just really resonates well with me. working on my flowing legato technique. guess that's a little riff to kind of impress somebody. Somebody, you just meet somebody and they're like, "Can you really play the guitar?" And then you just kind of, unleash this here. And I guess that answers their question. I think that's gonna have to be enough for now. My mind's going pretty good on the music. I'm feeling pretty, a lot better. Man, gotta go to bed soon. I gotta get up in the morning. Probably no later than 5:30 in the morning. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. It's been interesting. I mean, learning how to play this stuff on the guitar. Learning more about myself. This is a highly emotional video. A person's got to be honest with himself, That's why I did it. I mean, I've been hiding, I guess, myself within myself for so long. It just needs to stop. It's going to impede me for the rest of my life if I don't. I mean, it's just coming a lot. It's coming out a lot so far. I mean, I really try to hide it when I'm in the workplace. I really try to focus on, stuff like my job and products and technology, and try not to think of myself kind of deeply personal in the workplace. Because, was it last week, I was thinking about this kind of stuff on my way to work, and I cried the whole way to work. I tried to dry out my eyes when I got to work, but I got to thinking about it again, and then I started crying while I was at work for like the first hour or two. Luckily, we were putting away products from the truck, and I can just go hide in some aisle and like put away products for a little while until I ran out of stuff on the in the cart to put away. But I hide in the aisle for a while, just putting away products as I was crying and stuff, because I don't need anybody to, in the workplace to be asking a bunch of questions and take up a bunch of my time with something that just, I don't know how to say it quite. But another reason why I see no reason to hide, my humanity anymore. The fact that I can feel such a deep personal connection, even emotionally, to a person, which is not something I'm known for. It's happened so rarely throughout my 40-year life. I began to find out in late 2011. No, not 2011. I've been getting to find out in late 2019 and through 2020 so far. I mean, right now it's May 5th, 2020. But I've been finding out since September 2019, it's been occurring to me that people have been worrying about me for years. For decades, actually. People have been worrying about me for for years. They've been worrying about me personally for years and just never felt like they can talk to me about it. And I realized that my boss at the time was right, the one that griped at me, and he said that I don't make personal connections with people. He's right. I started to see it. I've had such a unapproachable demeanor for so much of my life. But I do it to protect me from just getting myself into situations where it just causes problems for other people because other people aren't mature and don't know how to handle things. That's why I talk about human interaction sometimes can be very much a minefield. And it's just 2011 nearly took me out permanently. And now I'm over that. Now I'm a lot stronger than that. And now I have the ability to really, if somebody's in the wrong, just if it comes down to it, if there's no other way, I'll confront them and tell them, like, look, dude, here's the way the world works. You need to learn how to deal with it. If you don't, it's not me you have to worry about. It's your own self bringing consequences on yourself because you don't know where to step in this minefield to keep yourself intact. That's the lessons I've learned. People need to learn. People need to learn why they need to get along with each other. Because we as a species have the ability to just tear each other apart in our endeavors as we struggle to try to find results that we're seeking. And a lot of times we as a species are very confused. Anyway, I'm gonna have to end this recording. Get ready to go to bed soon. Alexa, what is the time and date?
I didn't catch that.
Alexa, what is today's time and date?
It's Tuesday, May 5th.
Alexa, what is the time and date?
It's Tuesday, May 5th, 2020 at 9:42 p.m.
Alexa, thank you.
You're welcome, Kristian. Hope you've enjoyed your Tuesday.
I guess. I just keep track of the time and date. This is kind of like a video journal for me to track my progress, and because I had to relearn how to play the guitar all over again in June of 2019. I don't even play the songs I wrote, 20 years ago. I just do. Well, anyway, my name is Kristian Naugle. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you learned something from it. Hopefully we all grow from it, including myself. So until next time, enjoy.